The Lord made it really clear to us through the scriptures that it was all about the heart. And at that time, the Pharisees and the religious elite of the day, they'd be doing their things to be seen by man, for prominence, to get a name for themselves. Something that isn't, we have to guard our hearts against today. It's not necessarily absent from us all. It could be there. But he says this thing about prayer where he taught on prayer. He said, don't be like the hypocrites that love to stand praying. This is in Matthew 6. But when you pray, shut the door. Pray to your Father in secret, and your Father sees you praying in secret, and He will reward you. In this series on prayer, we've talked about your ministry, your primary ministry. Every single Christian is a prayer minister, is a minister unto God, and your prayers matter, your prayers make a difference. He hears them and He wants you to pray them. There's different types of prayer. You can check out the previous messages to catch up on that. But a powerful part of your prayer life, of your Christian life, of your ministry, of your purpose, is the secret prayer, private prayer. And he said, close the door, but he didn't always have a door to close. He's a traveling ministry. He, it says in Luke 5 and Luke 6 that he often went to lonely places to pray. Before he picked the apostles, he went up a mountain and he prayed all night. And so for him, closing the door is not about the door. Closing the door is about distraction. Closing the door is about having private time between you and the Lord, where you seek Him, where you worship Him, where you practice those different types of prayer that we talked about. The main point is you got to shut the door. And so shutting the door in this modern time is like turning your phone off. It's so difficult to find the Lord if you keep your phone right there and you got half an eye on it. You're not really leaning in. It's a distraction. Turning the computer off. It means having time to yourself. And yes, it can be difficult. Young parents, there's always something to be done. But you've got to look for those times if you can. Maybe in the car. Maybe it becomes as you're doing certain things, you just remove distraction. You can find a secret place as you're putting the washing out or as you're cooking dinner. Turn the news off, turn the TV off. And even in those times where you've got to do something, invite the Lord, seek Him, lean into Him, because He rewards that done in secret. And I think there's a key here today that it's not just shutting the door, however that looks. My office doesn't even have doors on it. When we renovated and painted, we took the doors off. So I don't have a place I can go and shut the door. But sometimes at night or early in the morning, it could be going out and sitting on your couch. No one's around. Because you value Him. And the rewards that He gives are not always obvious. They're not always clear. But as we grow in our walk with Him, as we lean into Him, it's the reward we value, which is Him. And so often when we're seeking Him, there could be rewards of answers to prayer or breakthroughs or something shifting in the spirit around you. You feel power, you feel and sense His love. They're definitely rewards. But there's also this reward of unseen things that we just don't even know about, whether it comes to us in the future or it's about now valuing He gives, what He gives is more important. We know that He said man can't live on bread alone, but by every word. So that's every word in here, but everything He says. And so if that rings true, it's a fact. If that rings true to us, then prayer is so valuable, so important, so necessary.